All right. Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays. All right, coming to you live. Before the markets are open, I wanted to start my day early. So here we are. Let's go to the charts. Hey guys, don't forget, those of you that are interested in trading, you can go to tonevays.com, click on Learn Trading, and this is all completely free with lots of links for you to learn anything you like. Those that want something a little more hands-on will have to go to Products and Services on Demand videos. Okay, charts. Monthly chart, not looking good. We're only a few days away from ending the month, so we will talk about it when a new candle begins. Absolutely no reason to talk about it at this particular time. Okay, next. Weekly chart. Also, the week is almost at an end. Today's Friday. Not much reason to talk about it right now. Let's wait till the week ends. Currently, this candle puts us in no man's land, not bullish, not bearish, slightly leaning bearish, but the stronger this candle closes, the more bullish we will be into the start of next week. Four-day chart. Four-day chart is our allocation chart for position traders, aka retirement portfolios, nice, safe trading that should never lead to any wrecked positions. Without the confirmation of Consensio, which is 95% of this trading model, a 20% bullish allocation was entered just based on the capitulation candle of earlier this week or last week or over the weekend, whenever this took place. And this 20% bullish position is currently in the green. But if next candle starts to approach that $35,000 area, that is trouble. The current candle has 9.5 hours to go, and I'm still optimistic that it will close in the vicinity of $38,000 or higher. All right, guys, I got to promote Unconfiscatable. We still have tickets. The conference is a month away. Come join us. Last night, I did an interview with Bobby Lee of Ballet Wallet. We already completed Start 9. Next week, we will interview Pay with Moon and Voltage. And then the week after that, we will see either Azteco and Brains or maybe Azteco and Coin Homes. We'll do 2 interviews per week on average, so that everyone has an idea of who our sponsors are. Everyone attending will get a Blockstream Jade, according to my friends over at Blockstream, which is a new hardware wallet, and also a Ballet wallet. We are trying to give you as much incentive to come and hang out with us as possible. You will get, we're trying to give you like the value of your ticket in gifts and other things from our sponsors. Also join us for the poker tournament. You can click on poker tournament. There's also poker tournament in the registration form right there, Celebrity Poker Tournament. Click on that. I will be playing. Bobby Lee's going to be playing. Hopefully, we will get a couple of other really cool people. The Carnivory dinner is sold out, but you can certainly join us for the conference. You get a free ticket to the after party. There's no need to buy the after party ticket unless you want to bring a guest to the after party. That is where the Scammy Awards will take place, and we're going to start voting on the Scammy Awards real soon. Okay. Next chart. Let's do it. Oh, follow us on YouTube. Also follow us on Instagram. You can also follow me on Instagram. Keeping an eye on my follower count on Instagram. I know I don't post that much. I should probably post some other pics. Daily chart. Daily chart is what allowed us to enter a 20% bullish position on our 4-day Consensio chart right here in the $33,000 to $35,000 range, thanks to the MRI buy. This MRI buy pre-ran the S&P's MRI buy, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. So far, so good. We are still in the bullish count of the MRI, hoping to get to that elusive MRI sell. But I really wanted that MRI sell in the vicinity of $40,000, $41,000. If the MRI sell comes at a lower price, we will navigate it as best we can. This has been a bit like pulling teeth, and here comes the weekend. So hopefully Bitcoin can rally over the weekend. Really curious how the S&P is going to open at market open. We are watching the Bitcoin price right here. It tops with the MRI on the hourly chart. It also topped right here with the hourly chart. These are legit MRI tops. Look, when a market tops the candle after or before the MRI, I call that a clean MRI top. This one topped the candle after, made a reversal candle, and down we went. This would have been a very tricky position to navigate. It almost got you to an MRI buy had this hour been a down hour. We would have certainly got an MRI buy. And this was a very clean MRI sell as it hit the top right on the candle. We have a green star candle. And also, look, we've just broken all the moving averages. This is a much cleaner break of all the 1 hour moving averages compared to this one, because this was way overextended and the moving averages were very spread out. The moving averages here are completely clustered. That's a beautiful green star candle. Now, of course, the market opens in 30 seconds and everything can, of course, change. The stock market opens in 30 seconds. Everything can change. But right now, I am bullish on this 1 hour chart. We just need to break yesterday's highs. Let's see what happens in 1 minute when the market opens. GVC premium is coming back down. That is a bit unfortunate, but once FOMO sets in, you will see this evaporate very quickly. If you watch the show Chernobyl, the HBO miniseries Chernobyl, if you watch that last 30 minutes where the scientists try to explain in court, like how does a nuclear reactor maintain its balance, maintain its temperature, right? If it gets too hot, you do this. If it gets too cold, you do that. And one of the things that would be spiking the temperature is, lowering the temperature is accumulation of gas. But when a temperature spikes, it can quickly evaporate that gas and that whole thing is gone. So that's what I expect to happen. When FOMO sets in on Bitcoin rallying to new all-time highs, I expect this premium to evaporate really quickly, like the explanation at the end of the show Chernobyl. If you have not watched the HBO miniseries Chernobyl, it is probably in my top 10 of like shows of all time. It was really, really good. It's in my top 10, you know, along with Billions and Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad and maybe Rome. A lot of people didn't like Rome. Also liked The Wire was good and The Shield was good. I hate cop shows, by the way. I really do. But The Wire was really good. A little slow, but really good. And The Shield was really good. I thought The Shield was a little better than Sons of Anarchy. Same writer, same directors. They just like followed up with a slightly different show. Yeah, those are some of my. Another show in my top 10, Warrior. That's a new one. That's only 2 seasons in, going on to a 3rd season. If we go all the way back to when I was a kid, Highlander was like my favorite show when I was a kid. Hence, the theme for understanding Bitcoin and also the theme for cryptocurrencies. There can be only one. And it's great that there's also lightning involved in the world of Bitcoin. So good point. Someone said GBTC premium did not evaporate in the last upward move. That is correct. But that's because there was so many people bought into the GBTC trust in the move prior that they were selling. There was a shit ton of creation of new GBTC shares in the last upwards move. So you see GBTC premium actually going down with the upwards move because new GBTC shares are being created due to the 6-month lockup. But no one bought into the trust in the last 12 months. Therefore, the next time there is an upwards move, there will be no new GBTC shares created. So there will not be additional selling pressure. Think of it this way, right? Imagine if all of a sudden Bitcoin is rising, but there's no more mining in Bitcoin. It's like Bitcoin is rising, but there was zero sell pressure from the miners because there is no Bitcoin being mined. So there's no new Bitcoin being created. And that is actually a misleading analogy because there's a very limited number of Bitcoin that could be mined. It's only 6 Bitcoin being mined per 10 minutes, which is still quite a bit if you look at it on a 1-year basis. But with GBTC, let's just say like only 10% more of Bitcoin could be mined, but 90% of Bitcoin could be bought into GBTC. So you see the difference? And that 90%, any amount of that could be bought into the trust. And after 6 months, that GBTC is available to be converted. It's so confusing, guys. That 90% of all available Bitcoin could be bought into Grayscale Trust, which 6 months later could be converted into GBTC shares. But no one has bought Bitcoin in the trust in the last year. So there's very little new GBTC shares that will be created at this point, okay? So the next time it goes up, there will not be a selling pressure from conversion from the trust into the shares. And that's why I expect this premium to evaporate very quickly. No, I was never a big fan of Knight Rider. I want to say I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a big fan of Baywatch either, but that would be a lie. But I certainly wasn't watching Baywatch for lifeguards saving the world's problems. Just like some guy in a car saving the world's problems, like. So I had a reason. I had another reason to watch Baywatch, and that reason didn't exist for Knight Rider. Waiting for your comments on what I just said. I know I'm aging myself here. No, not a huge fan of Ozark. It's okay. Nothing great. I binge watch shows, guys. I just want to take like a break from the world, and I'll watch like 8 hours in a row. Like like through the night, like I'll just binge watch an entire season or something. Oh yeah, no, you can't do those shows now. Well, like you can't have Baywatch again. That was wow. You kidding me? Those days are long gone. Okay. The financial summit, I'll talk more about this when Unconfiscatable is open. But people are signing up. So we sold out Dubai. We're gonna sell out. We're gonna sell out Dominican Republic. This is the focus right now. You should go and watch Baywatch before it's deleted from the before it's canceled completely and it's rated NC-25. Secession's okay. Secession's okay. It's better shows. The ones I named I thought are better. Oil keeps rising. Oh my God, what a surprise. I'm really in the wrong asset. Like man, I've been talking about oil rising so much. Why the hell am I in Bitcoin? Why am I not like putting everything in the oil? Well, I guess one of the reasons is that the policies can change anytime. And don't forget, if there is some kind of a war between Russia, China, America, you know, the price of oil is going to spike. It's going to completely spike. Because guess what? They're all screaming about renewable energy. The war machine don't run on renewable energy. It runs on oil. So the bigger the tensions between the nations, the more oil will keep rising. Gold is not looking good. This is my support line. Of course, we can adjust the support line a little bit. We haven't changed anything, you know, as long as we're not breaking any of the bodies of the candles. And we still have the rest of the day to rally. So let's see what happens with the oil, with the gold. Man, I keep forgetting to. Oh yeah, I'm doing this right after the show. Like more tabs I can close. The markets are opened and the markets are dropping. 10 a.m. reversal, guys. I am anticipating a 10 a.m. reversal today. I'm going to drop Bitcoin from this view for now. I'm going to go to a 10-minute chart. I don't like to trade on Fridays. Even back when I was being a day trader in a futures market of the S&P. This is a typical 10 a.m. candle. This is why you should never try to time the market. This MRI sell on a 10-minute is potentially irrelevant. I don't know how seriously I would have taken it, but it certainly did its job because it is the market open candle, and the market open candle can go either way. I can tell you this, though, in the history of my 20 years of trading, the dumbest trading I have ever done in my life, and I repeat, the dumbest trading I have ever done in my life is try to predict which way market is going to open in the first 10 minutes. So if I go to, let's say, a 5-minute chart, taking on a trade on this candle at anytime between 9:25 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., this was always the dumbest trade of my entire life. I don't know if anyone can like comment on that in the comment section or in the live chat, but let's just say I have regretted this trade 90% of my life. I have done this trade way too many times in my young trading career. I always thought I was smarter than the market. I always thought that, hey, market just opened. I know exactly which way it's going to go. And I have paid for this trade 90% of the time. And you would think that if you're wrong 9 out of 10 times, you will do the opposite of what you think. But then you start overthinking and do the opposite of the opposite. And I cannot stress this enough. I have been wrong 90% on this trade through my entire history of trading until I managed to, almost hire a person to literally smack me in the face if I even considered opening a trade right before or right at market open. Okay, so that's like the best advice I can possibly give you. Maybe you guys can pull it off, but I could not. However, I used to love the 10 a.m. trade. The 10 a.m. trade was my bread and butter. AK, thanks for the comment. Okay, let's move on. Weekly chart. I still think Bitcoin is gonna I still think the S&P is gonna rally eventually because inflation is one reason, and they can't keep the markets down forever. So they can't keep lockdowns forever. Eventually, businesses are gonna have to open, and people will have to find jobs. Man, I don't read Russian very fast. So in order for me to read your comment in Russian, I will need to take like 60 seconds, and I can't do that. Sorry, Alex. Okay, here we go. Aurora Cannabis and Tilray. I have not entered trades on these yet. I have not, but I am very strongly considering it. Very strongly. Also, Trump's company. I might wait for an MRI buy on this one. Man, I really don't want to. I'm too busy with the conference to start trading. Whoa, DraftKings. What the hell is going on? You were a $90 stock. 75, sorry. Whoa. Hey guys, this could be a potentially big winner. Gambling ain't going anywhere. And I still see advertising for DraftKings everywhere. This is a little bit baffling here. I mean, DraftKings went IPO, and I'm surprised it was. I mean, was it a spec? It might have been a spec. DraftKings might have taken over another company. So if it was a spec, we need to figure out, if it was a spec, we need to figure out what the opening price was of DraftKings. But going below this low is going to be very surprising. Very surprising. I mean, DraftKings is, unless something is going on with the company. I mean, I haven't paid attention to the fundamentals. Let's go to the weekly chart so I'm not like scrambling here. Something is up. I don't know what that something is, but I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised. Like, I wouldn't like rashly go long. I would wait for some consolidation. I would maybe wait for another earnings report. But I really thought this would be up there. Very surprised. Hood, cry or laugh? Oh, no, that's a laugh. Hood is Robin Hood. No. This makes sense. I hate Robin Hood, guys. I really don't like Robin Hood. I have been giving Robin Hood shit for probably 5 years. Robin Hood is bad. Robin Hood's a bad company. It's just a bad company. It's just a bad company. Can you make money on a bad company? I mean, it's down, right? It's down. Well, what's the tone-based rule on IPOs? 50% from IPO is a buying opportunity. There's the IPO. We are down 70% of IPO. Earnings is coming. Oh, earnings came. Sorry, 24th. Let's see. Earnings has come and gone. It's down some more. The MRI weekly buy might show up along with the MRI daily buy. So you have, next week, it will have an MRI buy on a daily, and next week will be almost an MRI buy on a weekly. So that could be a potential buy. I mean, if you like profiting from evil companies, and Robinhood is one of those, I don't like how they prey on children and getting them into trading. I just really don't like this company. Really, really don't. Apple topped beautifully with the MRI. I really don't understand why Apple is rising so much. That's another one I was always a little confused on. I really thought Google would outbeat Apple, but I guess not. Yeah, in hindsight, I really wish I started a fund like focusing on IPOs that are down 50% and then getting in. Whoa, nice. Beautiful chart. Look at that weekly buy on the MRI. What about the daily? Daily almost got you a daily buy along with the weekly. Nice chart. If it's a legit company, looks good. I mean, it's down almost 50% from IPO. %, almost made it. Almost made it. Yeah, I might take a little swing at this if I was actively trading and watching my positions. Tilray down some more. Tilray is down some more. We have an MRI weekly buy now, and the daily MRI buy was yesterday. You know, I'll try to remember to log into my account today. I may still take on an option trade on Tilray. Let's see who's down more, Tilray or ACB. So Tilray has got to go to the weekly chart, maybe even the monthly chart. Jeez. Wow. So Tilray is down from $300 at its all-time high after IPO, but more recently it's down from $70 in February. So it was down from 70 down to 5. What about ABC or ACB, I should say? ACB. So ACB on a monthly chart is down from 150 to 3. Damn. I really thought that Tilray would be down more. That is one epic fail. Yeah, no, I mean, how much lower can it go? I need to check the implied volatility is going to be really high with earnings coming up. My session's expired. I haven't been to the swap site in like 5 months. Okay, that was useless. Quotes, where are the quotes? They changed the swap site. Option quotes. I just want to see implied volatility, and I don't feel like logging into my broker. So there's a little hack. All right, the implied volatility is on the upper end, but it's not crazy. it ranges between 75 and 100, which is not bad because a year ago it was pushing 175% implied volatility. Those of you that don't know what that means, or 200% implied volatility, those that don't know what that means, that literally means that in a 30-day span, the expected move of the asset is 200%, so 2x. So either it falls 50% or rises, either it falls 75% or rises 2 times, like 2 halvings, or down 2 halvings. And it is on the high side, but whoa, considering how low the price is, I wouldn't be surprised. And now we could also, this is the kind of stuff I teach in my options trading course. The most important things for an options trader to understand are these Greeks: delta, somewhat gamma, theta, and vega. For me personally, the most important, in order of importance for options traders, it's theta, then delta, then vega, then gamma, then rho. But like rho is way down the line, right? Because you can see how rho is like all zeros, so it's totally irrelevant. Okay. Now right here, vega is also irrelevant, but vega starts to become relevant at the money. Also, it's a very cheap stock, so vega doesn't play a big role. Alpha doesn't really make a big difference. It's not part of the option pricing model. So vega applies to this, the implied volatility. So you have to understand those if you're going to be an options trader. If you have absolutely no idea what I just said, but you want to trade an option, for the love of God, do not do that. And Tilray, for comparison, same thing, same exact thing. Look at that, 350% implied volatility. Like you guys have no idea how ridiculous that actually is. I mean, 100% implied volatility is well, not at this price, right? Like at this price, it means that over the next 30 days, there's a more likely chance that the price will double or lose 50%. That's what, like in layman's terms, that's how implied volatility. That's the expected. That's the historical. Blue is historical volatility. This is what it has done. What it has done is move 60% in the last 30 days up or down. And this is the implied and what it's expected to do over the next 30 days. These spikes usually involve earnings announcements or other critical events. All right, wow, we got some super chats, guys. We got Sand Snake and we got a couple of others. Whoa, what is this? Peloton. Damn, are people getting out of shape quickly? Look at that MRI top on a monthly. Couldn't have called it any better. Now this is a tricky situation, right? After the stock goes up this much off of an IPO, this is a different situation. This is not where I'm looking for a 50% correction off IPO. That time has long passed. We are currently only down 20% since IPO. This is a buyout situation. So if this stock goes all the way down to say $3, that becomes a GoPro, Fitbit, One Trick Pony, some bigger company like Equinox Gym or something is going to buy this out for their intellectual property and patents. Okay, that becomes a buyout situation. Let's go to the weekly chart. I would not touch this. It looks like people started to hate the unreasonably priced Peloton model, and it's being reflected in their stock. I would stay away from it. All right, we got a couple of super chats. We got Coors, never heard of it. Core Scientific, another IPO. Recent IPO skyrocketed to $15 from 10. Not a crazy move, to be honest with you, but currently down. And MRI buy. Wow, look at that. Another MRI buy. Looks good. Looks good to me. Could have taken a... Wait, this looks so familiar. Didn't I look at this already? Or another stock that looked just like it? It's like I'm seeing deja vu here with a stock I looked at a minute ago. AFG. AFG. American Financial Group. Whatever they are doing a good job. Clearly, they took a hit during COVID, but have fully recovered. 2 new all-time highs. Not a good week. Consolidation. I would wait for 150, 140 at the least. And then the next breakout could take it to the next level. Fake meat. Wow, forgot all about fake meat. Yep, people are realizing that they're going to die eating fake meat from malnutrition, and therefore the stock is certainly down. Another company I don't like for ethical reasons. Not a fan of fake meat. And therefore, I would not want to profit from this unless I'm shorting the shit out of it. So would I short it at this point? No. So yeah, so I'm just going to enjoy the fall of fake meat. Can I give favorite tequilas? Yes, I can. Thank you for the question. Let me, I'm going to pull up a website. There was a really good article published the other day. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay. So, I mean, grab the article or Google it. It's Town and Country, their 2022 list. This list is actually pretty good. So this is in no particular order, guys. Clase Azul Reposado is a pretty good tequila. Personally, it's an expensive Reposado. Reposado means it's aged up to 1 year. I prefer my tequilas aged longer, but Clase Azul aged longer becomes very, very expensive. This is probably one of the best reposados on the market, but there are better tequilas than this. I believe this is overhyped and a little overpriced. Okay, but that is a very good tequila. I've never tried this tequila, but this is the Extra Añejo. Extra Añejo means it's been aged over 3 years. This is a high quality brand that is really expensive. I have never tried it. I would love to try it. So I cannot speak for this one, but it certainly makes the list. Casa Dragones is the only tequila brand I would drink silver tequila by choice. I don't like to drink silver tequila. I prefer my tequila aged. So Reposado, Añejo, or Extra Añejo. Okay, here's a tequila lesson for you guys. Casa Dragones is the only silver tequila worth buying. Okay, don't buy any silver tequila other than Casa Dragones. Maybe Clase Azul is a respectable silver tequila. So tequila is 2 things, right? It's the quality of agave plus the aging. The shittier the agave, the longer you should age it. The better the agave, the less you need to age it. Casa Dragones is probably one of the most expensive silver tequilas on the market because of the high quality of agave. Same thing with Clase Azul, okay? Those are the only 2 respectable silver. This one is a more expensive silver, than Clase Azul. Silver means no aging at all. Okay, so this is their Joven, which is pretty much like a Reposado, aged a little bit, and it's very expensive. Okay, the Patrons, there are so many different Patrons. In general, I stay away from Patron. It's just too commercialized and they try too hard. Casamigos, I'm not a huge fan of Casamigos, mostly because, you know, when George Clooney came out with this, he got a lot of shit for having additives and flavorings, and it wasn't a pure tequila. I believe they have reversed that, but the damage was done at release, and therefore I generally stay away from Casamigos. So I'm going to stay away from any tequila on this list under $75 because you guys asked for good ones, right? So any añejo that is priced this low is probably not the highest quality agave. I'm sure it's good, but I would, yeah, if you want good tequila or you want like low price tequila, okay? So I'm not a big fan of Cazadores. I've tried it a few times. It's okay. Never had this one. I'm sure it's pretty good based on the price and being on this list. Another one I've never really tried. That's an añejo at $61. That's approximate to the añejo of Don Julio, which I trust, and Herradura, which I also trust. Never had this one. Flavored tequilas aren't exactly my thing. Milagro is okay. They have different kind of bottles. Now, here's another thing. Special Barrel Reserve. I love Special Barrel tequilas. So Special Barrel Reposados are usually very good. I will always go and try a Special Barrel Reposado. This is when they get like an old whiskey barrel, the ones that actually had whiskey in it, and then put tequilas. You get that whiskey flavor in it. So anytime you see like a Special Barrel, that's usually a good reposado. They don't want to age them too long because they actually don't want to suck out too much flavor out of that bottle. Not a huge fan of 1800. Tastes too sweet to me. The Don Julio 1942 is one of my favorite bottles. It is becoming more and more expensive every single freaking year. This came out because the Don Julio Extra Añejo was too expensive. That's the Real. So they made an in-between bottle. This is an Extra Añejo. This is a bad mislabeling. This is aged about 4 years. It is one of my favorites, but if the price keeps going up, it's going to fall off the list, okay? I'm sorry, this should not be a $200 bottle. You should not pay more than $150 for this bottle. Try to get it for $110. Do not pay $200 for this bottle. It is good, but it is not $200 good, okay? Evian, same thing. I've never really been a huge fan of Evian. I know that show made this bottle popular. It was a really great show. Tell us the name of it. Man, what was that? What was that show on HBO? Shit. I know someone's gonna remind me that I made Evian popular. Lobos, I'm not familiar with this bottle, guys. Extra Añejo at 159 on this list. Probably something I should try. May replace a $200 bottle 1942 if it's just as good. Okay, not familiar with that one. Like I said, Patron, I try to stay away from Patron. It's okay, but I prefer other tequilas. This is a very good tequila. I think 180 for this is also a little bit pricey. This is the Jose Cuervo, the cheap tequila you always see at the bar. But the only Jose Cuervo we're drinking is the Family Reserva Extra Añejo. Try to get this for about $125 or under. I think 180 is a little too much for this bottle as well. It is on par with the 1942. Generally, it's about the same as the 1942. Whichever one is a cheaper, get it. I would rank this one slightly better than a 1942, and it used to be more expensive. This used to come in at about 125, 130, when a 1942 came in at 110. Okay, now 1942 is about 200 in many places. So if you can get this at a cheaper price, I think it is slightly better than a 1942. Now we get to my favorite tequila, and that is this. That's the Herradura Selection Suprema. I bought this at the airport for $225 at the Mexican airport, and it had a buy two, get one free. So I bought 3 of these bottles, and it dropped my price by a third. So I got 2 of these bottles for 3 of these bottles for $450. Okay, this is my favorite tequila in this price range. Don't pay $330 for it. Try to find it at $250. I saw this at a restaurant in Dubai for $3,000 a bottle. Okay, that's how much it would cost at the restaurant. I think it was $3,000 or $5,000 to buy it at a bar. Like I said, I bought this at a Mexican airport for I remember seeing it for 190. Sorry, 210. I saw it for my bad. We got 190. I bought it for 225 recently, like a few months ago. But I remember seeing it like 3-4 years ago for 190 at a Mexican airport. That right there is a tequila you want. I heard about this. I think it's pretty good. Añejo or extra añejo. You got that's a Michael Jordan tequila. Oh, okay. I've never tried it. I'm sure it's good. And this I'm not familiar with. Okay. So that's a pretty good list. All right, right there. That's a good list of good tequilas. It depends how much you want to spend. It depends on how much you want to spend. You know, to play it safe, go with special barrel reposados for under $50, or añejos for under $65, like $50 to $65 añejos, or special barrel reposados for under $60. No one drinks worms in their tequila, but they do drink scorpions. Okay, like I did a shot in Mexico. They put an actual scorpion. It was about this big. It was like the length of the shot. I mean, maybe I can pull up the picture. And you drink it with the scorpion. It's about this big. The scorpion is not alive, but it does have the stinger and all its parts there. Yeah, Herradura is great. But if you do a taste test of Herradura Añejo versus the Don Julio Añejo, the Don Julio Añejo is a little bit better, and it is also about 10% more expensive. But the Herradura is a very, very good tequila. I'm not an expert on mezcal. All right. Is it safe to take your family to El Salvador? That's a tough question. It's a question I can't really answer. It really depends up to you. I would take my family to El Salvador, but I would be extra careful, right? I would make sure I landed in the middle of the day. I would make sure I have a trusted, arranged ride from the airport. I would only stay in certain zones, and I would not go out after sundown, or I would stay in the hotel. So I would be extra careful if I brought the family. And by family, I mean kids. No different than in, say, South Africa. Like, let's just say I would not take my family to Johannesburg. Like, no way. Not even during the day. Not even for an hour. Like, I wouldn't do it, right? But I would take them to Cape Town. I would take family to Cape Town. I would not take family to Johannesburg. Right, there was another question here somewhere. All right, I'm gonna have to get off the stream and do some work, guys. What do you think about the tether and the implications that the New York City District Attorney's allegations might mean for the crypto market in general? You know, I'm starting to care less and less and less about that stuff. Entourage, that was the show. Thank you, bud. Entourage was the show. They're the ones that put Avian on the tequila on the map. Nah, I was never a huge fan. Entourage was a really good show. Truckers, hell yes. Go Truckers of Canada. Let me get the tequila off the map here. Yes, I absolutely support the truckers in Canada. I really hope they drive those trucks up to Trudeau's palace and just leave them there. All of them. Just like surrounded, like as if zombies are coming for Trudeau, and they are protecting Trudeau by just circling his, like, the whatever the equivalent of the White House is in Canada that Trudeau is quarantining in, just like surrounded with the trucks, like all 50,000 trucks in like concentric circles, and just leave them there and fly home. Oh, 10 a.m. reversal. That's what I was waiting for. Let's go and take a look. Man, you guys got me talking about tequila. Did anyone have any doubt of the 10 a.m. reversal? The low literally came in at 10 a.m. And I was talking about tequila to actually watch this in real time. There it is. That's the low. The low, like, I'm going to put it on a 1-minute chart. Look at that. 10:01. 10:01. That's the reversal. I said 15 minutes ago, more than 15 minutes ago, 10 a.m. reversal. There it is. The low comes in at 10:01. I used to trade this. This was my strategy. My problem was hiring someone to smack me in the face, because like I would wake up at like here. I would wake up at like, 7, 8 a.m. I would read my blogs like Martin Armstrong and some other analysts. I would watch the economic reports at 8:30. And then from 9 o'clock to 9:30, I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs, waiting for the market to open. And then I would get like frustrated, twiddling my thumbs, waiting for the market to open. I would take on a trade at market open, lose a shit ton of money, and then have to make up for those losses at 10 a.m. And then we have an MRI top right there at 10:12. But the money's been made, guys. Futures are leveraged 50 to 1. Let's not cherry pick. Let's just say we got in here and we go to there. That's a 24-point move. 24-point move. The minimum I used to trade was 2 S&P contracts. That's $2,500 right there. In 15 minutes, $2,500. And the minimum I used to trade was 2 contracts. Sometimes I traded 4, sometimes I traded 8 contracts. 8 contracts, that's $10,000. 8 contracts. Thoughts on Trezor and AOPP? Man, how long has the stream been going on? I must have been going on for over an hour already. How long have I been on? I can't go longer than an hour, guys. 53 minutes. Okay, we're going to keep it to under an hour. All right, so here's what this means. This tweet comes out right there. Trezor replied. So basically, here's my understanding of AOPP, Address Ownership Proof Protocol. So remember, every single hardware wallet gives you the ability to sign a transaction to prove you are the owner of said wallet. So what some wallets have done is make that easier with an API, make it easier for you to prove that you are the owner of this wallet. Okay. So the Swiss, the leaders in financial privacy, are mandating that you prove you own a wallet before they give you back your money from an exchange, okay? And some wallets have made it easier with a click of a button to show authorities that, yes, you are the owner of the wallet. Now, you could have done this anyway, but it's a little bit harder. Like you can use a Trezor to cryptographically sign and verify that you own the address. You could have always done that with Trezor, but now they're making it easier to accommodate the regulators. A lot of people see this as a problem of catering to regulators. And other people say, like the Trezor people say, well, what the hell is the big deal, right? Like some people, like this is a grandma feature to prove you own the Trezor, right? Instead of having it be a challenge. And some wallets that were AOPP friendly are now seeing the backlash that Trezor is getting, and they're actually removing this ease to do it. You can still do it, but you'll have to like know how to use the wallet, and you have to be like a more of a power user to do it. I don't really know where I stand on this. It's I mean, I don't like I understand both sides, right? Like obviously we shouldn't cater to the regulators, but if you want to prove you're the owner of a wallet and the wallet makes it easy for you to do it, I mean, it doesn't have to, like, do you see the little dilemma here, guys? Like, I think people are blowing the story a little bit out of proportion. For example, like I would have to, like right now, forget an exchange, right? The problem is you're on an exchange. Well, like people are missing the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is your Bitcoin is on an exchange. Getting it off an exchange and proving to the exchange that you own the wallet or not is almost somewhat irrelevant at that point, right? If your Bitcoin is on an exchange, you're trading the Bitcoin, right? Don't even withdraw the Bitcoin from the exchange. You know, convert it to dollars, get the check, go to the bank, get the cash, and go buy your Bitcoin with cash anonymously. Like you're not, it's no difference whether you're withdrawing from the exchange and proving to them you own the wallet, or you don't prove to them that you own the wallet. The spy software of Chainalysis is going to assume you're withdrawing to your own wallet anyway. So you're already breaking you're already making it bad for everyone else and the anonymization of the coins. Like I almost see this as somewhat irrelevant. The problem is you are withdrawing Bitcoin from an exchange that knows your name. Whether the wallet makes it easy for you to prove to the exchange you own the wallet or make it hard for you to prove you own the wallet, it doesn't really matter that much. It just really doesn't. I don't know. What are your thoughts about this? Like it's, if any, I mean, this is it's a bad PR move for a Bitcoin wallet company for Bitcoiners, but it will give them like, it's like, do you want to cater to traditional users or do you want to try to onboard grandma? If you're going to try to onboard grandma, you need this easy, friendly usability, right? Like we could all be using command line to store our Bitcoin right now, but we don't. We use simple plug-in solutions like Trezor. And Trezor was the pioneer in they were one of the first hardware wallets to make it easy for you to store your Bitcoin. And now they're making it easy for you to withdraw your Bitcoin from an exchange. But the problem is you withdrawing Bitcoin from an exchange. I mean, it's just a bigger issue. All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. We're at 59 minutes and 40 seconds. Please come out to Unconfiscatable in Las Vegas, where we will be discussing this kind of stuff. If you want to support, check out my on-demand videos for trading education. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on the next one. Those interested in the MRI, which is a tool that I love to use in my trading analysis, can check out the website, vays.com/indicator right there. All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you all soon.